This segment of the news is brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office.
The county commissioners have been looking into the possibility of a fire station in the Mountain Falls development.
3, possible action, discussion, deliberation to staff to explore options and carry out provisions of Section 5.2 Fire Station, the Mountain Falls Development Agreement.
We'd just like direction from the board on either moving forward with the conveyance of this property. We don't, I spoke with Scott Lewis. He doesn't need the property for a public safety use, or we can take a payment in lieu of conveyance, which has been offered by William Lyons Homes, of $30,000. Had the property appraised, and it came back at $40,000. There is a requirement to build out the road, though, for the owner of the parcel. Mm-hmm. And so, however, the appraisal is in review right now by the appraiser. I think he may have not considered some properties that he wanted. So we were looking to the board to give us direction to either convey the property or move forward with some sort of payment in lieu of conveyance.
Okay, I'm going to give my take first, and then we'll see where the board goes. My take is this was supposed to be conveyed to us. I'd like them to convey it to us. And then in a year or two, if they want to come back and ask us again, I realize we don't need a fire station now or a school or maybe a sheriff's substation now. I'd like to see that property built out before I give out this 5 acres. And the appraisal would have to come in a lot higher for me to release that 5 acres.
I'll make that motion.
Motion to have them convey it to us?
Yeah, convey it to us.
Okay. Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
I have a motion and a second, and again, nothing precludes you from coming back next year or the year after, and when it's all built out, we'll really know if we need it or not, and that's when I would consider it mostly. No further discussion? Any others? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Disney plans its own streaming service. Angela Miles reports in today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the big double whammy. Traders will be closely watching shares of 2 notable companies today, Disney and Netflix. Disney reported earnings after the close that exceeded expectations. However, revenue missed estimates, sending shares lower. Disney chairman and CEO Bob Iger also disclosed the Magic Kingdom is closer to no longer streaming its movies on Netflix, which sent that stock reeling. The Mouse House plans to stream its own films on a new direct-to-consumer streaming service that will launch in 2019. It will include ESPN-branded sports. UPS is delivering an easier way to make a return. It's an online tool called the UPS Returns Manager. Starting August 14th, consumers can print return labels directly from the UPS site or at a UPS store at no cost.
Thanks, Angela. 5 transgender service members who serve currently in the military have filed the first lawsuit against President Donald Trump's directive that he announced on Twitter recently. Trump said in a 3-part post that transgender individuals are not permitted to serve in the armed forces. The service members all say they have relied on the Defense Department's current policy permitting open service by transgender service members. They are stating in the lawsuit that the president's ban is unconstitutional and may result in early termination or failure to renew their contracts. The Pentagon says it is still awaiting White House direction on transgender policy change, and the plan to stop transgender individuals from serving in the military has yet to be formally implemented. Spring Mountain Motorsports is expanding, which will officially make it the longest racetrack in the world.
Discussion deliberation regarding a request by Spring Mountain Motorsports to 1, purchase 600 acres of public land through the modified competitive bidding process, allow for expansion of the raceway, and 2, authorize sending a letter to the Bureau of Land Management supporting the sale of public land. And for those people who don't know, this is one of 2 racetracks in the entire world where you can own your own home on it, and with this expansion it would be the biggest in the entire world. So, Daryl, anything else before we go ask for a motion in a second, or is there one?
Other than this is BLM land that they would like to get that's adjacent to the existing racetrack. The county needs to support the modified competitive bidding process that would allow the racetrack to match the highest bid and purchase the land necessary for their expansion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Boraski, second by Koenig. Further discussion?
Yeah, I just have a question maybe of Daryl. Is all this land connected? I have a lot of different maps here, so it's kind of hard to tell.
This would be land that's immediately adjacent to the existing racetrack to the east and south of the existing racetrack.
It looks like there's a chunk here and then a chunk down here.
They have to avoid other conflicts with the power lines and other things that are coming through that side of the valley, but it would be land that's immediately to the east of the racetrack and land that's immediately to the south of the racetrack.
Okay, so is it going to cross Highway 160 anywhere? It's all on the same side of 160 is what they're on?
It's all on the other side of 160.
Okay, thank you. I'm good.
All right. Okay. No further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Senior tips, student news, and Save a Pet on the other side of this break.